Hello, everybody. Yes, it's Yu-Gi-Oh time. It's Yu-Gi-Oh time, and for this vid, we have Legendary Duelist, Magical Hero Light Edition, and also Legendary Decks too. That's hype right there. But let's open up the Legendary Duelist first. And I apologize for the lighting. Neospatian Dolphin, that's cool. Jit Synchron, that's actually a pretty cool design. And Magician of Dark Illusion. That's a pretty great monster right there. Second pack, let's fucking roll. Let's fucking roll. Let's fucking roll. Doppelwarrior, I hate that card. Number F0 Utopic Future. I think that was pulled before. Odd Eyes Wizard Dragon. I think I pulled that card before also. Maybe not from this specific series, but I mean, that's still pretty great cards right there. I don't fucking care for Doppelwarrior. Again, there's so many of these newer monsters that were after the 5Ds era, beginning of the Zexo era. And I just don't care for that fucking XZs era. Number F0 Utopic Future again. Do Busta. Magical Navigation. That's cool. Cause that era, right? Again, I said multiple times in my Yu-Gi-Oh! Pools and shit. My era was the OG era, 5Ds era, and the fucking awesome, and very awesome. This is my second, shiny version of this. I pulled this card in one of the Legendary Duelist boxes, not packs. It was like on the ones that were just like not in a pack, was in like one of the plastics clear things. Yeah, that's sweet. Sweet, I love that. That's awesome. The actual card itself's whatever. But yeah, Legendary Decks. Let's okay. Okay, plastic. Oh, Lord. Lord, goddamn. Goddamn. Alright, let's go. Legendary Decks, too. It's okay. There's the Red Eyes, then there's the Yugi deck, and then there's the Kaiba deck, or the Blue Eyes deck. And is there any... Alright, there's nothing right there. So, this card, there's cards in here. The one right here is Dark Burning Attack. That's sick. And that art of Dark Magician Girl is just awesome. Which Dark Magician Girl's cool. She's a very cool monster. Dark Burning Attack. Dark Burning Magic. Oh, that's awesome. That art is so awesome. Eternal Soul. Yo, that's sick. I remember the episode of the anime that had there was almost like ancient, well, of course there was ancient Egyptian, it's fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! But there was like ancient Egyptian art for that shit in the anime. Let's look at the, let's look at the Red Eyes deck first, because this is the deck I hear a lot about from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community that's just like, this archetype is so shit, it could have been so great. And there's only like, besides like the actual Red Eyes Black Dragon itself, there's only like one, maybe two Red Eyes cards in my, not in my deck, but in my Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection. The Black Stone of Legend. Return of Red Eyes. Yeah. I mean, that's sick. Red Eyes Black Dragon right there. Oh, Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Tilo cannot be... That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. That would be part of my main for my extra deck. Red Eyes Black Dragon. Red Eyes Black Flare Dragon. Red Eyes Archvein of Lightning. Red Eyes Retro Dragon. Black Metal Dragon. Axe Raider. Alligator sword, a baby dragon, a Jinzo, love Jinzo, goblin attack force, a Gilthly the Iron Knight, Locket warrior, blue flame swordsman, fuck yeah, yo! Yes! Yo, so when I was a kid, right, back at the beginning or nearing the middle of the 5Ds era, there was the Gearfried structure deck. My father, he bought that for me when I was younger as a gift. And I had no clue that Gearfried was the same Gearfried that was like the Iron Knight and shit at that time. It was the design why I love this monster so much. And I've been wishing for this monster to be a part of my life again. This specific Gearfried. Is there the other Gearfrieds in this deck that was part of that structure deck also? Yes, that's probably my favorite. Time Wizard. Was there already a Time Wizard? No, there probably wasn't. But yeah, that Gearfried, fuck yeah. Gemini Summoner. Blazing Butterfly. That's Dark Valkyrie. Oh, that's actually pretty sick for a fairy. Command Knight. That's cool. Valkyrian Knight. Cute. Keeper of the Shrine. Inferno Fire Blast. Red Eyes Fusion. Cards of the Red Eyes. Salamandra. Polymerization. Scapegoat. Foolish Burial. Roulette Spider. Supervise. Mystical Spistafin. Symbols of Duty. Red Eyes Spirit. Connive with Chen. Call of the Haunted. Turretal Tribute, Burst Breath, Curse of Anubis, Archfiend Black Skull Dragon, and that's cool. I mean, it's you know it's something whenever, because again, I do prefer fusions over Xyz monsters, but that's some bullfuckery when I prefer the actual Xyz monster in this structure deck over the fusions. I look at a Soul Dragon, that's cool, or whatever. Token! That's beautiful. That's sick. So there's a lot in that structure deck that I love. My favorite, though, definitely being the Gearfried. That kind of sucks, though, that there wasn't the other Gearfrieds besides, of course, the Gearfried the Iron Knight. That was a part of the structure deck, because that Gearfried structure deck I very much adored. We're gonna roll with the Kaiba one next, because it's like, I don't know, Kaiba, there's so many Kaiba structure decks, and most of the cards in this structure deck for, like, Kaiba, there probably is already part of my collection anyway, so it's probably the one that's, like, the most mundane. Like, Maiden with Blue Eyes of Blue, that's a great card, but there's so many. The Melody of the Awakening Dragon, okay, that's cool, and there's Lord of Dragons also on there, that's sweet. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, love that card. I'm glad I have another one. Another Blue Eyes, just three more Blue Eyes. Another Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, I mean, that's great. Kaiba Man, and then, I know I sounded, not excited, but that actually is a great card. The White Stone of Legend, that's also a very great card, too. White Stone of the Ancients, very great, very great. Protector of with Blue Eyes, Master with Blue Eyes. Battle Ox, Legend of Mystical Genie, Volsreda. Blade Knight, these are all monsters. Ancient Lamp, yeah, these are, alright. Kidmodo Dragon, that's a new one. King of the Swamp, that's a new one. Yeah, I remember creating my my short. Shorts, reels, they're basically the same thing. I remember creating a short about how Goss of the Third Eye is one of my favorites, and there was some ways like, oh, well, I mean, there's King of the Swamp, which is a better card. I still stick by Goddess with the Third Eye. Raider of the Storms, Polymerization, Enemy Controller, Shrink, Silent Doom, Ancient Ruse, Tledin, Where Art Thou? That whole story is just so sad, by the way. Part of the Dictomy, whatever the fuck that word is. Fusion Substitute, Unexpected, Negate Attack, Final Attack orders, Shadow Spell, Cloning, Fusion Reserve. I already have a few of them monsters, but that's great. First of the Dragons. That's actually very great. You know, just two normal monsters to fusion summon this bitch. That's actually pretty great. Token, that's a beautiful card right there. Yeah, so these are some very great cards. Most of them are already part of my deck, though. Oh, not part of my main deck, but part of my collection. But yeah, there's some very great cards there. But honestly, the only one I really kind of care for that I don't already love that, like, was... Oh, that's sick as well, the Fusion Monster. But the Yugi one, I feel like the Yugi one's going to be the one that will definitely surprise me more than the Kaiba one. Because, again, just... out of all the characters and out of, like, all the proper, like, structure decks, the Blue Eyes archetype, and even just the Kaiba structure decks as a whole is, like, the best one. In my opinion. Yeah, there's the Magician's one. A Slife of the Skull Dragon. Oh, well, there's Obelisk. That's sick. And there's Raw. Sick! So them structure decks of Slifer and eventually Obelisk is fucking pointless now. Not Obelisk, but Slifer and Raw. Because there's the pool of the Obelisk structure deck, and it was okay, but it was definitely shit. But Raw is definitely awesome. Same with Exodia. I actually had this Exodia when I was a kid, I think. If it wasn't this one, it was... Cannot be normal summon. Must... summon set must be special summon from your hand by tributing one forbidden one monster. Okay. Now, that's sick. I know the Exodia archetype's one of the ones where it's like, there's a lot of bullfuckery to try and even summon Exodia. Oh, man, all the pieces of Exodia. Exodia Necros. Oh, fuck. I'm loving the Exodia cards. Dark Magician, Girlbuster Blader, Silent Magician level 4, Silent Magician level 8, Vatreke, Big Shield Gardna. Oh yes, Magician's Valkyrie, yes! I love that card. So, quick little story. When I was younger, I also had Magician's Valkyrie, and if I remember correctly, I pulled this when I was a kid whenever they had, like, the Stardust... It wasn't the Stardust Dragon, but it was like... So, how there was the... At the time of the 5Ds era, there was the Red Nova Dragon 10. It was the Stardust Dragon equivalent of Red Nova Dragon from that time period. And Magician's Valkyrie, from what I remember, was part of that. I pulled it. It was like a shiny one also. And I love this card because I never had a Dark Magician girl when I was younger. So this was my Dark Magician girl. And when I was in school one day also, when I was a kid, I remember shoving it into my shoe to just hide it from the teacher. That way, you know, because the teachers at the time when I was a kid, they were like super like, hey, if we see you with Yu-Gi-Oh cards or toys or whatever, they're gonna fucking take them and you're not gonna give them back for the rest of the fucking school year. And it's like, oh geez, aren't you fucking... You know, asshole. Like, yeah. But yeah, fun little story about my Magician's Valkyrie. Yeah, love Magician's Valkyrie. That's probably the best card so far, just because of nostalgia from this structure deck I pulled. Blast Magician, Blockman, Marshmallow, Sagan, a Gold Sarcophagus, Swords of Revelant, Magician's Unite, Magical Dimension, Tricky Spell 4. Yeah, there's a lot of cards here. Similar to that of the Blue Eyes deck, there's a lot that... There's just a lot of already, a part of my collection, but then there's a lot that are very great that are not. But arguably the one that... the one I knew that was going to be the best, but also the one that... Well, the best for, like... that I really was hyped for was the Joey one, because it was a bunch of like some of the Red Eyes archetype, and the Red Eyes archetype I heard so many negative things about, and this also is, by the way, very beautiful too, but it's a horrible. It's not. Like, a lot of people, they shit on a lot of the archetypes. Like, and there's only few great archetypes that are modern archetypes that I like. Like, there's a lot of ones from the classic monsters and shit that have 4 archetypes, like Blue Eyes Red Dragon. There's a 4 archetype surrounding that. And, there's the Red Eyes archetype, too, that's surrounding that now also. And that's awesome. Well, it's been a archetype for a while. And see, that's what I like about a lot of the modern decks, too, is they're creating archetypes around old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters and shit. I mean, hell, there could be a fucking archetype one day that's just created around Goddess with the Third Eye. And that would be sick if there's an archetype around her. I would love that. And as I said multiple different times, just modern Yu-Gi-Oh! After the 5Ds era and beginning of the Zexal era, that's not my era. And a lot of the monsters I don't care for. Though there's a few monsters and a few archetypes I do respect. Trap Tricks, I respect that archetype. Trickstar, I respect that archetype. A lot of the, again, modern archetypes that was adapted and evolved from monsters from the OG series, like the Harpy archetype too. I would love that archetype someday. Which is already an archetype, but Harpies is a archetype I would love to see more of a part of my little collection. But for the cards that definitely just was the best ones, in my opinion, for just my nostalgia and shit, Magician's Valkyrie is definitely one of them. Raw is definitely cool. First of the Dragons, I love that token. I love all the tokens, so that Red Eyes is sick. Gearfried, fuck yeah, he might be in my main. All the Exodia cards as a whole is sick. I love Exodia. And, yeah, I don't know why the fuck them are there, but them are pretty cool, too. But overall, yeah, this is honestly a pretty great little just box, too. This box is pretty sick, and overall, the decks in it, too, is pretty great, too. This is a very great box if you want a great Kaiba structure deck, pretty much, and a great Yugi structure deck also, and even a great fucking Joey structure deck too. This is a great fucking box. You get they throw in all 3 of the fucking gods, which is sick. The Exodia, this is the bread and butter right here. This is the fucking bread and butter and how to be a fucking structure deck for classic fucking characters. It's a mix of modern cards and classic cards too. It's not just modern cards and classic cards are shit also. It is great. And this is enough of rambling on about these pools and stuff. If y'all like this vid, like, comment, sub, all that, Rajazin. What's your favorite just Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure deck? And not only that, what's the most nostalgic part of Yu-Gi-Oh! To you?